Hello and welcome. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box. We do have more people jumping on the call shortly. Also, we are live on YouTube as well. I'm just going to put the YouTube link in the chat box. So those of your guests that could not jump onto the Zoom, please send them the YouTube link as well. So we're live on YouTube as well. Welcome everyone to the call. My name is Dr. Jav. I'm a forex and cryptocurrency trader. We've had a really exciting week. Thank you, Dan, Nicole, B. Thank you. You can all hear me and see me. Brilliant. So we've had a really exciting week this week, certainly in the crypto space. A lot of things have happened. And what I'm trying to teach you is show you how to build your 6 and 7-figure cryptocurrency portfolio. So just bear with me a second. And also, while I'm going through this, please do send me any questions that you might have, and I'll try and answer them during this webinar. If I'm not able to answer all your questions today, I will answer them in future webinars as well. So again, welcome to the call. And today I'm going to show you exactly what I've been doing in the cryptocurrency space in the last few days. I'll show you what's been happening to the various cryptocurrencies. Now, if you want to build a 6 and 7-figure portfolio, which is what I'm guessing you are on this call, it's easier to do that if you have several coins than if you were to just have one coin. Obviously, if you had one Bitcoin, for example, chances are that you'd have a 6-figure portfolio by the end of this year, or certainly in the next few months, because we are expecting Bitcoin to hit the magic 6 figures in the next few months. If you have some Ethereum in your portfolio, again, it's a very good move. Ethereum is going to shoot through the roof, and I'll be talking about that in more detail during this webinar. So certainly Bitcoin is the first coin you should have. Obviously, if you don't have $33,000, $34,000, it's not a big deal, because you can buy several Satoshis. One Satoshi is one 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin. So you can buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, $1,000 worth, $10,000 worth, whatever your budget is. You don't have to necessarily buy one whole Bitcoin. So yeah, Ethereum is another good coin to have. If you have not currently traded or bought Ethereum recently, my recommendation is that you should seriously look at Ethereum. I talked about the concept of flippening, was it a few weeks ago? Flippening is when the market capitalization of Ethereum is expected to exceed the market cap of Bitcoin. Now, currently, the market cap, let me just refresh this table here. Just give me a second. Yeah, currently the market capitalization of Ethereum is $263.69 billion. The market cap of Bitcoin is 633, give and take, billion dollars. So looking at those numbers, you wouldn't think that flippening would occur anytime soon. However, it looks like it could occur in the next few months, or certainly within the next few years, because Ethereum has got some amazing things going for it at the moment. Certainly the smart contract aspect, DeFi, which I'll cover in future webinars. There's a lot of things going on for Ethereum at the moment. Currently, the Bitcoin dominance is 43.4%. The Ethereum dominance is 17.8%. So it's still a little bit behind Bitcoin, but you shouldn't look at those numbers just by themselves. You need to look at the technology and use case behind each coin as well. So something very important. Now, going to this table here, you can see the various cryptocurrencies and how they've been doing in the last few days, last few weeks. Now, we've had a little bit of a bullish movement since last week, since the last time I was on this call, and you can see that in this chart. In the last 7 days, Ethereum has gone up by 12.6%. Cardano, another coin I'd recommend you look at, 4.5%. Ripple, 1.5%, not a huge amount. Polkadot has gone up by 0.9%. And Bitcoin has slightly come down, because Bitcoin did go up and then it's come back down again. So we had a bit of a pullback on Bitcoin. Litecoin, 4.4%. In the last 24 hours, we've seen some prices pull back. In fact, most prices have pulled back. Looking at this chart here, again, when a price pulls back, it's yet another opportunity for you to buy into that coin. So if you don't have, for example, any Bitcoin in your portfolio, Bitcoin is 2.4% less than what it was last time this week. 5% less than what it was 24 hours ago. So it might be a good time to maybe start looking at, for example, some of these coins to get into your portfolio. Now, recently, 650 US banks have stated that they'll be able to offer Bitcoin purchases to 24 million customers. Now, I don't know if you've been following the progress of the markets in the last few weeks, last few months. Certainly, if you're part of the academy, part of our mentorship program, you'll know what I'm talking about. What's happened, what happens in the market, what happens in the news is something that you should take with a pinch of salt, because a lot of it is actually rubbish. And we do have a lot of market manipulation that goes on, and you need to be aware of this. So the powers that be do not want you to become financially free. Okay, they do not want you to become financially free, become a 6-figure or 7-figure cryptocurrency portfolio holder. And that is why sometimes on the news, in fact, a lot of the times on the news, for example, on CNBC, on the BBC, The Independent, all those different websites, they'll be talking about, you know, Bitcoin is not good for you. It's a scam. You will lose your money. It's too risky. Don't do it. And this information has been coming out over and over again for the last 9 or so years. I've been seeing this kind of information come out. And whenever you see this information online, you need to take it with a pinch of salt, because you need to bear in mind that 76.6%, approximately, let's say 76%, approximately 76% of retail traders lose money. Approximately 76% of retail traders lose money, and the reason for that is that they are perhaps novice traders and they listen to what's happening in the news. So, for example, recently China was saying that they're going to ban cryptocurrency or Bitcoin mining within China. Now, a lay person looking at that would think that, do you know what? It's maybe Bitcoin's not a good thing to get into. Maybe I shouldn't do it. It's too risky. China's banning it. The USA have said they're going to ban it. Binance has said, you can no longer, transact in cryptocurrencies in the UK. All this different types of news that are coming out. And I get messages like this every day on my phone from people saying, what's happening? Has the market crashed? Where do I go next? I'm getting this all the time. And in all honesty, unfortunately, most people will watch the news and believe what they are hearing. 99% of what you see or read on the internet, in my opinion, is rubbish. So you need to be very, very careful. Certainly when it comes to your personal wealth, your well-being. If you're looking to create generational wealth, for example, if you're looking to support your family and their families and grandkids and so on, this is too important. You need to do some research, sit down and look at this carefully, because cryptocurrency is the future of money. Cryptocurrency is the future of money. And since 2009, the price of Bitcoin has shot through the roof. And again, there's a lot of information that's been going through the news recently, and certainly the fact that, the Bitcoin mining difficulty has seen the largest drop in history. And as a result of this, we've seen some recent price jumps in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, for some of you, I know some of you are on this call today are fairly new. You may not have invested or traded cryptocurrency before, but Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency in the market. It was conceived in 2009, and the all-time high of Bitcoin was achieved just a few days, in fact, just a few weeks ago. On the 14th of April, looking at this chart, on the 14th of April, the all-time high of Bitcoin was achieved of almost $65,000, almost $65,000. Now, I know many people in this space, many people that have cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin as part of their investment portfolio. At this stage, I just want to mention that I am not a financial advisor. The information I'm giving you here is based on my own research, and I recommend that you do your own research before you start looking at these asset classes. Now, Bitcoin, since its conception, has been the best performing asset class ever. It performs better than the stock market, better than bonds, real estate market, better than gold, oil, silver, gas, commodities. Bitcoin has been the best performing asset since its conception. Now, knowing that information, if you go online now and do some research on Bitcoin, you'll find a lot of information out there where they'll be telling you that Bitcoin is a scam and perhaps you shouldn't invest in it. And unfortunately, what happens is that when bad news comes out into the market, you get these huge candles, as you can see here. So on this day, on the 12th of May, for example, we had this huge candle, and I don't remember what happened on that date, but I'm guessing, maybe Elon Musk must have tweeted just prior to this, but we saw a 16% drop in the price of Bitcoin between its lowest and highest point, $48,000 versus $57,000 in the space of one day. And this is not unusual when it comes to cryptocurrency, because when you're trading cryptocurrencies, it's much easier, in my opinion, to achieve much higher pips than it is in, for example, the foreign exchange market, because I've just shown you the difference between $48,000 and $57,000. That's $9,000 in one day. $9,000. Had you shorted Bitcoin at around $56,000, $57,000, you could have been sitting on a profit of $9,000, $900, maybe even $90,000, depending on your leverage and the deposit you have in the capital in your broker's account and so on. So you can see how profitable cryptocurrencies can be. And this is just one cryptocurrency out of 10,000 plus. Now, what I'm going to tell you, many of you may not believe me, but what I'm going to say to you now is that, in my opinion, and I look at cryptocurrencies every single day. I've been trading, buying and selling cryptocurrencies. I've even mined cryptocurrencies before as well. In my opinion, we are looking at six figures for Bitcoin very, very soon. Six figures for Bitcoin. And you can write this down, six figures, at least $100,000 for the price of one Bitcoin. Now, even after this great fall here, we had consolidation in the market, but the price of Bitcoin has held up really, really well. And looking at this chart again, Bitcoin actually came down to just over, in fact, just under $29,000, so $29,000 on the 22nd of June from $65,000. So the price of Bitcoin from its highest peak, its all-time high, to what we saw on the 22nd of June, that's a difference of 55%. So Bitcoin, even today, the price of Bitcoin from its peak is on a special buy. It's a special offer. Even today, the price of Bitcoin is around 40-50% below its all-time high. So it's still a good time to buy into Bitcoin. And definitely, I remember my conversations with many people going over those years, in fact, when the price of Bitcoin was sort of like, $10,000, even $3,000, long time ago, 2 years ago, I had conversations with people that were looking to perhaps look at cryptocurrency, and they were saying to me, do you know what, $3,000 is too much to pay for Bitcoin, because the price of Bitcoin just a few years before was only $100. Why should I pay $3,000? And today I'm having the same conversations. $33,000, it's too high for Bitcoin. Now, trust me, once the price of Bitcoin hits $100,000, as it will in a few months, Bitcoin will hit the $100,000 mark. A very, very strong psychological barrier. $100,000, the magic six figures. Once it hits six figures, what you will find is that your taxi driver, the person that you meet in Sainsbury's, your mate around the corner, your neighbors, will then start talking about cryptocurrencies, because at that point, the news, the media around you, they will all start talking about Bitcoin, and perhaps this is something to invest in. So people will start buying. The general public will potentially start buying Bitcoin when the price is beyond $100,000. Maybe once the price hits $200,000, they will start buying into Bitcoin. But of course, by then, it's going to be very, very close to too late, because what's going to happen is that once the price of Bitcoin hits its new ATH, the price will come down, and it's going to come down like a storm. The price of Bitcoin will come down very, very quickly. Now, you need to make a note of this. I'm just taking you to 2017, and I was alive and kicking at this point, and I was watching the market very, very carefully. I was heavily investing and trading in cryptocurrencies. Now look at this. In 2017, 17 December 2017, the price of one Bitcoin hit its all-time high. Let's say $20,000 for the sake of argument, $19,800, so around $20,000. Now, if you look at that one candle, the price of Bitcoin was at around $20,000, maybe just for a few hours, maybe, for a maximum of one day. And then the price came down, and it came down very, very quickly. So it was $20,000, let's say, on the 17th of December. On the 18th of December, it came down to $19,000, $17,000, $18,000 on the 19th of December. I'm just looking at 21st of December, it's come down to $15,000 and then down to $14,000 by the 22nd of December. So from $20,000 to around $14,000, how many days is that? That was just 5 days. 5 days. The price of Bitcoin came down from its all-time high to $14,000. So I expect the same thing to happen again, or something very, very similar to happen again. Once the price of Bitcoin, let's say it hits $200,000, maybe even $250,000, could even be $300,000. I don't know at this stage. Once the price hits that level, it will come down, and it will come down very, very quickly. So if you do not know what you are doing by then, this could be this year. This could happen this year. By December of this year, this could happen. This scenario could be painted out to you. By the end of this year, we could see the price of Bitcoin hit, say, $200,000, maybe even $300,000. And then after hitting that peak, it will come down, and it's going to come down very, very quickly. So from $20,000 to around $12,000, that's a difference of 35% in the space of just 5 or so days. 35%. So once it hits, let's say $200,000, it will come down to maybe $150,000, $160,000, $140,000 in the space of, it could be 1 day, couple of hours, could be 2 or 3 days, could be 5 days, could be a week, but it's going to come down very, very quickly, and it's going to catch many people out. The reason I'm showing you this is because I'm a bit of a chartist. I like to look at historical events because they dictate to a very, very good degree what's going to happen in the future. And that's why I'm looking at 2017, because I expect the price of Bitcoin to follow what it did at this point in time. It's going to go up. It's going to hit the 6 figures. It's going to go beyond 6 figures. It could go to $200,000. It could go to $250,000. Many people at that stage, the retail public, people that don't understand trading, people that have heard this from their Uber driver, will go out and put some money into Bitcoin, and then the price will come down, and it's going to come down fast. And of course, if you're part of the academy, you're part of our mentorship program, you know this is going to happen, and you will know exactly what to do at this point. So obviously, if you're part of the academy, you'll know what to do because we teach you what to do. We'll show you what to do every single day, and we'll ensure that when this point hits, when this time arrives, we'll train you and teach you what to do. We'll show you whether you should go into other coins. We'll show you whether you should go into stable coins, for example, that peg the dollar. We'll teach you exactly what to do so that you are quids in all the way, so you're making profit all the way. Just to give you an example, just say the price of Bitcoin goes from $200,000 down to $100,000. At $200,000, we will teach you to perhaps move your money from Bitcoin to maybe a stable coin. So you've now got, let's assume you've got 1 Bitcoin at this point. So you've got 1 Bitcoin at $200,000. You've moved that into a stable coin. So you still have $200,000, although the price of Bitcoin has now come down to $100,000. If the price, sorry, at $100,000, if something similar happens to this, we are expecting the price to maybe go up again. Obviously, you've got the ebbs and flows in the market. At $100,000, the price of Bitcoin may go up to $150,000. So what we'll say to you, or what we'll indicate to you, is at $100,000, you should put your $200,000 and buy whatever you can. So at that point, if you had one Bitcoin at $200,000, you then sold that Bitcoin for a stable coin, you still have $200,000. At $100,000, you can now buy two Bitcoins. You can now buy two Bitcoins. So now you've got two Bitcoins, so that when the next peak arrives, you have made much more profit than if you were to just keep the one Bitcoin. So that's something that will teach you how to do, so that you are ahead of the game every single time. If you're not a member of our mentorship program, our academy, and someone has recommended you attend this webinar, please get back to them. Please get back to me. I'll give you my contact details at the end, and we'll show you how to start trading cryptocurrencies, which are the future of money. Cryptocurrencies are the future of money. At this point in time, we are still around here somewhere. We're still consolidating. We're still at a trough in the market following the $65,000. So this was the $65,000 that I showed you earlier, excuse me, and the price has come down a bit since then. Now, just bear in mind, going back to this chart here, the current price of Bitcoin is around $33,000. Just a few days ago, it went beyond the $40,000 mark. So we've seen it go beyond the $40,000 mark. From this point onwards, the price of Bitcoin could continue to go up. Obviously, you've got the ebbs and flows of the market, but also we could also see another trough in the market, potentially in the next few days, probably by the end of this week, where the price of Bitcoin could come down to around $27,000, $28,000. So there is still a potential for Bitcoin to come down further. So again, at $27,000 approximately, at this point, I can't tell you exactly, you should still buy into Bitcoin if you don't currently have Bitcoin. If you do have Bitcoin, you should consider maybe getting some more Bitcoin. So potentially the price of Bitcoin, although it's holding up well at the moment, could go below $30,000, and we could go down to $27,000 or so. So just bear that in mind. Having said all of that, it might not do that either. So if you follow us and you follow the trading that we give you on a daily basis, you'll know what to do. It could just, from this point now, it could just continue going up and go up to six figures in the next few months. So whatever you do, just bear in mind what I've told you. The price of Bitcoin could come down. If it comes down to $27,000, what you will find is that altcoins will fall faster. So the altcoins tend to fall faster than Bitcoin. When Bitcoin's going up in price, the altcoins tend to go up a little bit slower than Bitcoin. So altcoins, that's the magic word or magic phrase. You need to be looking at altcoins seriously. When I first bought Bitcoin all those years ago, I did not look at altcoins for at least, I'd say 1, maybe 2 years, because Bitcoin was the biggest cryptocurrency in the market. I was focused on Bitcoin, but slowly and surely I started to look at altcoins. And to be honest, like they say, I haven't looked back since. At the moment, looking at the chart I've just shown you, I still feel we are in a bear trap. I don't think we are in a bull trap. We're down here at the moment. We could go down further, but certainly the future looks rosy for Bitcoin, and we are expecting the price to go up, and it will go up very, very soon. Now, if you were to look at another indicator I like to look at is the crypto fear and greed index over time. Currently, the market is still in fear. So if you go to this website, you can actually see for yourself. This is alternative.me is the URL for this website. You can see for yourself what the fear and greed index is doing. As a rough rule of thumb, if there's fear in the market, the price of Bitcoin is likely to be low. If there's greed in the market, if the greed index is high, the price is likely to be high. Okay, at the moment, what we are seeing is fear. It's not extreme fear, it's just fear. And let's just have a look. Yeah, on the 5th of July, the index is 29. So, excuse me, it's not extreme fear. At this point, we are still expecting the price of Bitcoin to be fairly low. And that's why potentially the Bitcoin price could go down further. So just bear that in mind if you're trading cryptocurrencies. And of course, when you're trading cryptocurrencies, again, just bear this in mind. In the short term, it does not matter to us if the price is going up or it's coming down. Because when the price is low, we place a long in the market and we feed off this increase in price. When the price is high, we place a short in the market and we feed off this reduction in price. So you can make profit here, you can make profit here, profit here, profit here, profit here, profit here, and so on, so on. So in the short term, it does not make a difference what's happening to the price of cryptocurrency. However, in the long term, if you're looking to build your 6 and 7 figure portfolio, obviously you need to be certain what's happening in the market, and you need to know where the lows are in the market so you can buy into those lows and watch your portfolio go up in value. Now, one other thing I look at, in fact, an additional indicator I look at is the US dollar currency index. And currently this is around $92. And the US dollar currency index is approximately inversely proportional to the price of Bitcoin. I'll say that again. The US dollar currency index is inversely proportional to the price of Bitcoin. So as you can see here, the price, the DXY index has come down. And what we saw recently was, going back to the chart here, we saw the price of Bitcoin go up. Here, the price has come down again, and we are expecting potentially the price to go up again. So by all means, look at the US dollar index when you're mapping out your charts and deciding what to do with your target currencies, because it does make a difference. And as the rough rule of thumb, if the DXY index goes up, the price of Bitcoin is going to come down. And that's what we saw here. So if I just map this out, so the price of Bitcoin would have gone up here, and then the price of Bitcoin would have come down here. So it's inversely proportional to the price of Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum is currently $2,200, and we achieved the peak of Ethereum of $4,300 just a few weeks ago on the 12th of May. And even today, Ethereum is around 50% less than its peak, 50% less than its peak price. Now, there's amazing things happening in the Ethereum space. If you're not currently invested in Ethereum, my recommendation is to look at Ethereum. It's the second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization after Bitcoin. It could potentially overtake Bitcoin in the next few months, years. And that's why you should look at Ethereum. It's got a lot of use case behind it. 85% of the coins here, 85% of the 8,000 or so coins you can see here are based around Ethereum. So Ethereum is, is very, very important. And when you're looking at altcoins as well, obviously a lot of them use the Ethereum technologies, and you should also bear that in mind when you're trading Ethereum as well. So Ethereum reached an all-time high, like I said before, of around $4,400. Still, it's a very, very good buy at the moment. It may potentially come down in price, but again, Ethereum has been very, very bullish. And at the moment, Ethereum is following what Bitcoin did just prior to 2017, or in 2017, when Bitcoin hit a price of $20,000. So Ethereum could potentially go to $20,000. So imagine if you bought one ETH today, one Ethereum today for $2,000, let's say $2,000, and held on to that for a few months, and now the price is $20,000. You've just made $18,000. $18,000 and all you've done is buy once. In fact, traded. You bought and you sold. You bought when the price was low, and you sold when the price was high. $18,000. How many investments out there do you know that will give you $18,000 from an initial sum of $2,000? That's the multiple of 9. There's nothing out there. Real estate, property, that won't do it. Gold, that won't do it. Any commodities out there won't do it. Bonds, no chance. Capital in your bank account, it's not going to happen. And Ethereum, again, is one out of 10,000 plus altcoins in the market. And there's a lot of things happening in the ETH space. Even if you look at the market capitalization of the Ethereum dominance index, at the moment we are at 18.5. This went up to 20 or so. Once we hit 20 again, you'll find that Ethereum will become extremely bullish. In 2017, when we hit the peaks in the price of Bitcoin, the dominance went up to 30 or so, as you can see here in 2017. July 2017, it was at 30, and at that point, the prices just went crazy. They went absolutely crazy, and then it came back down again. And since then, it's come down to, in fact, if you look at the lowest point was 6, 7, 8, when the price of Bitcoin came down as well, and currently 18.54. We're looking at this very, very carefully as well. The dominance, once that hits around 20%, comes close to 20%, the price of Ethereum will again start shooting up, and it's going to shoot up very, very quickly. So don't just sit on it. Don't sleep on this for too long, because big things are happening in the market. EIP 1559, where the Ethereum fees will come down. I mean, that's happening very, very soon. So again, a result of that will be an increase in price in Ethereum. And recently, Ethereum's address activity surpassed Bitcoin's for the first time in crypto history. So there's a lot more activity happening at the moment with Ethereum, which would indicate to me that Ethereum can potentially be more bullish than Bitcoin. Ethereum could go up by a multiple of 10. Bitcoin could go up by a multiple of maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. So Ethereum can potentially go up by a multiple of 10. Again, there's nothing out there at the moment that can enable that to happen for your capital, for your investments. So definitely look at Ethereum carefully, because it's a great coin to have. If you don't have, I'll even go to say, if you don't have Ethereum in your portfolio at the moment, you should not even be on this call. What are you doing? Ethereum is an extremely important coin. If you have the budget, my recommendation is go out and get one today. Go out and get one today. And that's what we teach you in the academy every single day. If you're on my YouTube channel watching this, please do subscribe, like, and share this video with other people that you feel could benefit from becoming financially free, and also could benefit from a 6 and or a 7-figure portfolio in cryptocurrency space. And it's not that difficult to do. It's not that difficult to do. All you have to do is attend the training that we give you, and slowly but surely will help you build that portfolio. Now, GameStop, which is a gaming retailer, very, very big, is now building an NFT, non-fungible token platform on Ethereum. And this is another big thing that's happening. And we've got gamers all over the place. Personally, I'm not a gamer, but trust me, there are gamers in their millions, if not billions, all over the world. And basically, this will allow gamers to sell their used games on, and it's a big thing. And this will also help the price of Ethereum go up, in addition to the other things I've just talked about. So again, if you don't have Ethereum, please get yourself onto an exchange. I'll talk about exchanges in a few minutes if you don't know how to buy cryptocurrency, but please do get yourself Ethereum as well. Now, the amount of Ethereum held in all exchange wallets has also gone up. Okay, now if you look at this chart here, what we're seeing here, sorry, let me just give me a second. I'll just say that again. Now, actually, what's happened is that the amount of Ethereum, if you look at this the reserve has actually come down, okay? The supply of Ethereum has come down. When the supply of something comes down, what happens to the price of that asset? When the supply comes down, it's basic economics, the price will go up. When the supply comes down, the price will go up. Ethereum is the lifeblood of DeFi, NFTs. It has a lot of use case, and currently the reserve has come down. And again, this is another indicator which is basically showing us that the price of Ethereum is going to become very, very bullish very, very quickly and very, very soon. So before you know it, the price of Ethereum, before you know it, will be back at $4,000 again. And then you will kick yourself because it will never probably come down to $2,000 again. $4,000, from $4,000, 5, 6, 7, 10,000, potentially $20,000 before it comes back down again. So again, there's a lot of things happening in the market which are pointing towards an increase in price for Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency in the market. So please do, again, look at Ethereum and make sure that it's part of your portfolio. If you believe in cryptocurrencies, if you have a little bit of Bitcoin, the next step is to jump onto the Ethereum bandwagon and get yourself some Ethereum. Now, very, very quickly, just some other altcoins. If you don't have any altcoins in your wallet, just a couple of other altcoins you can look at. We have Cardano. Cardano is now becoming very, very bullish, and the price of Cardano is still on sale. Cardano is still on sale. It went up as high as $2.5, and currently Cardano, so my chart's playing up. Currently Cardano is now at $1.38. So again, if you don't have Cardano at the moment, please do get Cardano because we are expecting it to continue the bull run. It did come down to $1. It may dip again. We've had a dip certainly today in the price of Cardano, but please do look at Cardano as an additional coin to get as part of your portfolio. Another coin very, very quickly is DOT. DOT is still consolidating. The price is still fairly low. In fact, if you don't yet have any DOT, again, definitely look at it because the current price of DOT is at its January 2021 levels. So it's still a good time to buy into DOT if you don't have Polkadot. Another coin that I could potentially recommend you look at. So I've talked about Ethereum, I've talked about DOT, Cardano, maybe even Link. Link is another coin that should be part of your portfolio. So Link hit a price of $52. $52, and currently it's around $18. $50 down to $18. So again, that's a huge drop in price of Link. Again, a very, very good time to start looking at Link as well. Just checking my time. So I'm going to call it a day very, very soon. If you're new to the market and you haven't traded before, very, very quickly, here's some exchanges you can look at. I don't usually recommend exchanges myself, but there's many exchanges out there in the market. Coinbase is a very, very easy one to learn how to use. You've got Binance as well. At the moment, I wouldn't recommend you use Binance if you're based in the UK. There's some issues going on at the moment, but otherwise, Coinbase is good. You can also look at Kraken, another great exchange, and Uniswap. Some coins that I will mention in the future, you won't be able to buy off Kraken or Coinbase, so you will have to go to Uniswap, which allows you to actually transfer tokens from Ethereum to another coin. For example, Ethereum to Aave, you can connect the wallet to whatever wallet you have. If you have, for example, MetaMask, Wallet Connect, Coinbase Wallet, Fortmatic, Portis, just to name a few wallets, you can actually connect your wallet to Uniswap and make that swap. But this is some training I'll do in the future. I'll show you exactly how to use Uniswap if you've never used Uniswap before. Crypto.com is another app to use that sits on your phone. And one thing I need to mention is don't ever keep all your coins on your phone. If you want to monitor your prices, you know, as many of us want to do, get yourself a Blockfolio. It's an app that will sit on your phone, and it will tell you how your portfolio is doing. And once you hit those magic 6 numbers, 6 figures, $100,000 plus, you'll see it on portfolio, and then you can decide whether you want to buy other alternative coins or whether you want to pull out of the market until you get, potential depression in price before it pulls back up again. But Blockfolio is a very good tracking tool that you should have on your wallet on your phone, sorry. Couple of wallets. Gate.io is another exchange you can look at, and also Exodus as well. So just some brief exchanges you can look at there to help you in your cryptocurrency journey. If you want more information on anything that I've talked about just today, there's a lot of information on my channel here, my YouTube channel. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, search me out, Dr Jav, DRJAV on YouTube, and you'll come to this. And here I'll show you how to make money using alternative methods with cryptocurrency. For example, you can stake your coins. I show you how to earn an income from crypto.com, for example, from Coinbase. And I've talked about Kraken as well on another video somewhere. And also, if you're looking to trade the foreign exchange market, there's a lot of information on here that shows you how to start trading the foreign exchange markets as well. I've got a video here that shows you how to set up Blockfolio to track your cryptocurrencies, and so on and so on. So a lot of information there. Again, please do subscribe, like, and share this channel. My name is Dr. Jav. Thank you for your time. If you are not a member of our academy, our mentorship program, you can contact me via any of these social media channels or websites, and we can get you on board and show you how to trade cryptocurrencies. If you want to trade foreign exchange as well, we do that every single day. We don't just trade cryptocurrency, we do foreign exchange, we do commodities, we do indices, and we help you to become that 6- and 7-figure trader that you aspire to be. What we're doing at the moment is we are creating generational wealth. It's not just about ourselves, it's about everybody else, the whole of humanity. There's no such thing as a job for life anymore. That is why people in their droves are coming into trading. We work from home. I do have an office, but I don't need to go out there on the daily commute to go and sit in my office. My office is now, it takes me not even 30 seconds, maybe 15 to 20 seconds to get to my office from my bedroom. That's the way it should be. Many people around the world today are spending hours on crammed trains to get to work. That is not the way forward. You should be able to work from anywhere in the world. In the last few years, I've been to 20 to 30 countries, and I've been able to run my businesses from anywhere in the world. That is how it should be, and trading allows you to do that. So my name is Dr. Jav. Thank you for your time. If you want to get started with this, just drop me a message via the social media channels I showed you earlier. Please do subscribe and like and share this video on YouTube, and I will see you very, very soon. And please keep those questions coming. Keep those questions coming, and I will answer those questions on the next call. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.